Oh my god. Hello. Red alert. Is that Gales god Marian? Shwmai? Sut ydych chi? Sut mae'r pethau? Sut ti di dod o hyd I stream fi? Wow, that is new. I'm very excited. Hey, let's see, how are things today? Yeah, I forgot to look in the camera again. I changed my setup a little bit today. Just to move the cameras around, just in case I want to do anything funny with the camera later on, because I haven't done this before. I'm just trying things out. Hello, who is here? Hold on. I know that has something to do with Finland, but I can't figure out what it means. Does it mean something specific? Suomalainen? Because what is that island called again? Zacząłem się języka polskiego I to pierwszy dzień uczy się języka polskiego. Wow, nieźle sobie radzisz. Yeah, I was yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I decided to do something spontaneous today because I've had a very long week. I had obviously, if you guys saw my stream last week, literally a week ago, it was my birthday week, so I had a lot of things going on, not just birthday things, but like chill things in general, doing various things on that week. So I wasn't sure if I would do that today. Also tonight, I'll tell a story later on, but like usually I do these on the weekends, and this weekend I've had a full schedule, my friends. It is an insane weekend. Well, tonight, for example, I'm going to a stand-up show. I think around hold on, I need to check the time. I don't actually know when I'm going. 7:30. I'm going to a show 7:30. Please do remind me if I forget that. Hopefully I won't be streaming like 6 hours so much that I forget to go, but yeah, so I won't be able to do that tonight. That's why I thought I might do this afternoon. Hello, thank you for the likes, for the hearts, and also of course give the likes as well if you're here watching. Whereas yesterday was an insane day. I think I was out for, hold on, let me do some quick maths. At least 17 hours. I was out for proper 17 hours yesterday, and I'm not talking about like going to work and like hanging out with friends, that kind of stuff. I mean, technically yes, but I went to London for a day trip, and if you live in the north of England, you know that actually it's quite doable. It is quite doable, unless you're being a cheapskate like me, which I was. So what I ended up doing was I took the cheapest route possible. Hello Ludwig, jak tam? I took the cheapest route possible from Manchester to London, which involved like early trains and then like 1 hour layover in each direction. So I spent like a total of 8-9 hours on train travel yesterday. I'm so friggin' exhausted. But yeah, I got up today. I woke up normally, so I thought I might just do this anyway, just because I feel like I might want to like talk to people a little bit about what happened. Lots the hearts are still coming in. How are your weeks then? That feels weird to say, how are your weeks? It's 1 week, but it's different people. How would you say that? How are your week? I guess technically it is the same week. How is your week? Let's just say that. I'm just saying, I'm pretending as one person. I'm talking to you specifically, you who are watching this right now. I'm talking to you. How is your week? Tell me in the chat. Oh yeah, chat. I need to say chat more. I wonder if Marian is still here. It was quite a shocker when I was still doing the intro, and then Marian showed up. Because I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of what she does, obviously, because I'm learning Welsh and all that. Also, if you guys didn't know, go subscribe to Marian in the chat. Get that one. Subscribe to her if you're interested in Welsh. Like, don't do it if you're not interested, because like that's bad for the algorithm. And she does like really helpful videos for input and understanding, which is what I'm looking for most of the time, and at different levels as well. And then she started doing Easy Welsh, and if you guys didn't know, I am a big fan of easy languages in general, and I work with them a little bit. So I was like, oh, it's like sort of a distant colleague ish, distant in terms of what we do, but like kind of close, geographically speaking. I've been hoping to go visit sometime, because I think she's just based in like north of Wales, and from Manchester it's a quick train ride away. And I've got a friend over there as well, so I'm like, oh, when can I get that going? But then other things always get in the way, and always I need an excuse to make something happen. Like yesterday, the reason I took like all those trains to London, or spent all that time failing to fall asleep on trains and in stations, was because I went to a film premiere. So that was my excuse to do something. Actually, not really an excuse. I don't really enjoy going to London in general, but you know, I had a reason. I had a reason to go there. I needed to be there because I was invited to the film premiere. It's a pretty good film. It's a Hong Kong film called The Way We Talk. It's about deaf people and the deaf identity. So I went there. It was well worth it. Well worth the 9-hour trains, including delays. And it's a premiere as well, so I got to meet the director who was in the UK for the first time in his life. That was amazing, and I got to meet the sign language coach as well. What's Steno? I'll show you in a bit. Today I haven't decided what I'm going to do, because as a title implies, this is a very spontaneous stream, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to see who shows up and then figure out from there. It's not going to be a long stream either. But normally what I've been doing on these streams is Welsh for the most part. But if you guys weren't caught up on the Rhapsody in Lingo lore, the reason I did this Welsh streams was because I need to catch up with my class that started in September. And now that it started, I still have a tiny bit of catching up to do, so I do have stuff to study, but it's not like I have an entire Welsh book to go through. So what I'm going to do instead either is, in this and in future streams, either I'm going to do like reading and like output practice, as in I'm going to read a news article or something and then summarize it orally, or I'm going to do Steno, which is the thing that Kiwi is asking about. Sorry, that was a very long introduction to do a simple explanation. So what Steno is, I'm just spreading the good word. I'm doing like a stenography evangelist. That's the word. That's kind of what it can look like. This one, I can't pull it out too much because the cable is not very long. What it is how I wanted to learn to type stuff on the computer. So instead of writing letter by letter, which is what most people normally do, you write like word by word or syllable by syllable. So I press multiple keys at the same time, and then I get the word or like a syllable. And it's very hard. That's why I actually need a lot of practice. And then I was gonna use, you know what, I might as well just open it up. I might as well just use these streams as a reason to motivate myself to do the practice that I need. But yeah, depends on what people like to see, I guess. I don't know what's interesting. The first time I showed this on the streams, that people were like in awe of what I was doing. I'm not very good yet, but like people were like, "Oh, what is this? Like witchcraft?" And I think I did end up titling that video "Witchcraft" or something. But yeah, but obviously the main purpose of these streams is still to hang out and chat with people, whoever shows up here, because I like my little community, right? It's not unfair to say that. I just like to see you guys once in a while, and then sometimes there are some old names that show up, like Kiwi. I've seen you like once or twice, and then it's like seeing an old friend, because I do recognize some names. Unless you change your name, then I will have no idea. But yeah, so there are some regulars. Ludwig is a regular, so it's like, oh, hey, it's you again. Good to see you. How are you doing? That kind of stuff. So, and also in the beginning, I said I had to like change some of my setup, and that's the reason, because like if I want to show you the magic of Steno, I want to show you the keyboard as well, but that's a whole different thing. That's why I got this. Oh, you can't see it because the camera's on it, but like I got this thingy. It's a camera arm. I used to only have the mic arm. This is a mic arm. You don't know the terminology. Mic arm, and I have my monitor arm for the monitor, obviously. I tried to lift it up a little bit. I feel like it needs to be higher, but I forgot how to do it, and I don't have the tools. Hi there, channel name channel. I remember you. Did you have a very unrecognizable name? So anyway, yeah, I got myself a camera arm in case I want to do fancy angles, such as top down or whatever. But turns out it's a bit of a pain to set up. So I had spent some time before I actually started to work on that a little bit and see what I can do with it. So that's what I'm gonna try out in a jiffy, as we say here. I think, yeah, that's a pretty British thing, in a jiffy. But right now I'm just waffling, as my friend likes to say. Yapping, or some other people say yapping. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So what else happened this week? I think I'm just giving like a life update of some sort. Oh yeah. Yeah. As you guys know already, as I mentioned, it was my birthday week, so I had lots of hanging out with friends. Like even starting the week before, and then like the weekend, I hung out with you guys on stream. And then on my day, obviously, I had like friends and housemates and stuff. And then afterwards, on Thursday, I went to my usual language meetup, a language exchange event. So normally, I've talked about that event like a million times on stream, but I'm going to talk about it again because it's kind of a part of my routine and part of my language learning as well. If you saw my video on like learning multiple languages, I talk about like different routines, different regular things that you do in your languages, and this meetup is a big part of it. Or it is theoretically. In practice, it's not always helpful, because what usually happens is I go there and there's a bunch of people learning English / Spanish. It's either like a bunch of people living here temporarily to go to like English classes, or a bunch of Brits learning Spanish. And I don't speak Spanish. I'm not learning that either. Haven't got any plans in the near future. Well, I have technically learned some Spanish, but that's a different story. So what I end up doing is I talk a lot of English. So I meet my friend. I've got some good friends over there. We have no common language other than English, but then we're just there to hang out. So yeah, I do end up talking a lot of English, which is kind of a disappointment, but I've gotten used to it. Like once in a while, I find someone that speaks my target languages, and it is an ecstatic feeling. Like once in a while, I get to speak some Polish. Surprisingly, considering how many Poles there are in the UK, there's hardly ever a Polish person at the meetup, because they generally, when they move here, they already speak English, and they have a lower tendency to want to practice other languages, I guess. Hello, Matman. Yeah, I hope that will heal you. I hope that will help you out, like emotionally at least, maybe with a placebo effect. Yeah, I'm sorry that you're ill, but yeah. We're hanging out, we're talking anyway. And what was I saying? Yeah, and then sometimes once in a blue moon, there is like a Welsh speaker, which has happened, I think, like 2-3 times in the past 2.5 years that I've been there. Let me think. Well, not 2-3 times, but like two persons. I've met 2 persons at the event who speak Welsh, because generally they're not, like, imagine if you're a native Welsh speaker / also native in English, The only reason you'd go to an event like that is if you want to learn other languages. You wouldn't be there to practice Welsh or try to teach it to people, because that's not very likely to happen. So there just happened to be two native Welsh speakers at the event who were learning, like, one of them was learning Russian, the other one was learning, like, he's a proper language nerd, so he speaks a bunch of languages. But neither of them go anymore, so that's it. But anyway, the main point of the story was this Thursday, I for the first time in 2.5 years of going to that event, not 2.5 years, 2 years, a bit over 2 years. For the first time, I met someone who speaks a specific target language of mine. Because I was just sitting there. I thought I'm not gonna stay here for long. I want to go home early today. It was a tiring week. It was a long day. So I was just talking to my friend. I was about to leave, and then suddenly someone next to me looked at my label. You know, we have a label talking about our languages, listing our languages, and then she asked, "Is that BSL? Is that British Sign Language?" I was like, "Yeah." Usually people do know what this stands for, but like that's the extent of their knowledge. And then turns out that person also signs BSL, and it's not like, oh, I know a little bit, I know the alphabet. No, she actually is like better than me, which is not a high bar, to be fair, but like she's proper studying the language on a higher level than me, so we could actually have a real conversation in sign language, which is just honestly amazing. And I was so surprised as well, because she didn't have it on her label either. I was like, why don't you have it on your label? We need the visibility. I do that every week. I write like Welsh and BSL on my label every single week, not expecting ever to use it, but I just want the visibility to like show people that these languages, yeah, they exist. They are all around you. People do use them. And then so we started chatting, which is something that I had been dreaming of doing for a very long time, because every time I go to like a loud environment, like a pub, that pub was not particularly loud because it didn't have music, thankfully, but it also was very loud in terms of people talking, lots of Spanish and English around us. But every time I go to a loud environment, I'm like, oh, if only I could sign with someone right now, because just shouting in this environment just sucks ass. So I've been thinking, oh, that would be great to do that. I've been thinking about that for like ever since I started learning sign language. Obviously, that is not the main purpose of learning it, but it's still a very nice perk. And it happened on this week. This week it actually happened. So we actually got voice off, could like save our energy, save our vocal energy, unlike me right now. And then we could like chat for like a good hour. Very effortlessly. Well, not completely effortlessly, because it turns out, you know, signing a lot actually does give you like some muscle pain. It is like talking too much in a sense. And when you talk too much, you get like a sore throat. And when I hang out with my deaf friends for like hours on end, that night I feel like, oh, I need to rest my arms. But yeah, that is the story. A very thrilling night. I ended up going home like way later than I was expecting to, but that's it. So yeah, I've been having a pretty Seinfeld, not Seinfeld, Seinfeld semester so far, because I've been going to like social events in sign language a lot, like a couple of times a week, and then I mean yesterday I went to the film about deaf people, and then tomorrow I'm going to like a social event again. Not with my usual people, but some different ones. So yeah, that is a state of things. So yeah, now your turn. How are things? Because I haven't heard from you guys in a while. And hello, du frutgynnar. Frutgynnar ydy hi. Achos mi fydda i'n mynd I sioe heno, ac y ddoe mi o'n i'n yn Llundain ar gyfer ffilm newydd. Nes I deithio I Llundain ac yn ôl yn ystod 8-9 awr ar gyfer y ffilm. Felly, do'n i'n gallu gwneud unrhyw ffrwd neithiwr a cenno chwaith. Felly, mae'r ffrwd yma yn eitha spontaneous. Sut da ni'n siarad, sut da ni'n deud spontaneous? What? Digymell? The fuck? Byrfyfyr digymell. Dim syniad gen i. So yeah, that's why I'm doing my stream quite spontaneously, quite early. Fydd I ddim yn ffrwd hir chwaith achos mae gen i bethau i wneud, ond o'n I just eisiau cwrdd a ffrindiau fi yma sydd ar lein, gweld a siarad efo'r bobl sydd ar y ffrydau yn fel arfer. Mae'n syniad da, felly dyna pam dwi'n gwneud y ffrwd despite everything. How do you say? Wait. Gwaitha popeth. Gwaitha'r cynlluniau eraill sydd gen I. Yeah, but I'm done. I think I am going to try the hold on, give me a second. Steno thing I've been talking about. Let me hold on. How do I do this? I'm gonna, because I want to switch to the waiting screen, and then I can like I can switch my camera angle while I'm also yapping. This is going to be a fun challenge. But how do I do that without turning on the music? I guess I can't. So you're gonna have like 2 seconds of music while I'm talking over it. well, let's do this. That works, right? That works. Now you guys keep saying hi, as the screen implies. I'm gonna try this new thing. Let's see if it works. Because honestly, I've been meaning to do this for a while. I've been talking about doing this for a while, since like the start of. It's like early mid-September. Now it's mid-October, almost. Is it? Yeah, it's basically mid-October. And I still haven't done it. And I like, in the beginning, the first time I didn't know how to do it. I just had my camera pointing a bit lower at my desk, and then I was like, yeah, let me find a way to actually show the keyboard on the screen. And then so the next day I ordered my new camera arm, but it turns out I had other things to do as well. I ended up doing more Welsh study instead, so I didn't actually use it once. I used the camera arm for my ring light instead. That's why the ring light also came with the camera arm. That's why you guys have been seeing like the ring in my eyes and my glasses for the past little bit. But yeah, oh, how do I wait? How should I do this? This is all very new to me. Oh, I think this works. Yay! This kind of works. I'm talking to myself, right? Oh, you see that in a bit when. Wait, no, what? It's not staying. Why is it spinning? You should not be spinning. What am I doing? This is weird. Oh, whoa. What is happening? I'm just talking to myself right now. Guys, why are you not saying anything? I don't like talking to myself. It feels very wrong. See, the ideal way would be to have 2 cameras, but at the same time I don't. So oh, does this work? I think this sort of works. I'll zoom in a little bit and then it'll be okay. Yay, let's see this one. How does it look, guys? Isn't it cool? Oh, ignore that cable. That's my phone. It's my phone charging. And this way I can actually still talk to you guys while I show that. Isn't this fun? Actually, no, I also need, you know what else I need? I do need my window. So I'm going to put the window there. Okay. I'm trying things, so you guys let me know what works and what doesn't work. Oh, looks great. I know. I worked very hard on it. How about this? This is cool. I feel like it works. I feel like it works. You know what? I also have to. I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do. This is me trying things out live with you guys, so you guys can be the feedback. I think I could. What I could try is this. There we go. That works. Oh my god. So, oh, that's so weird. It's left right flipped. I need to do this as well. This one. There we go. Now this is my left hand. My left hand. This is great. I can. Yeah, I think it works. It's gonna be a pain when I have to remove the take away the settings again. But you know what? I'm just trying things live here. I don't care if people are watching. I mean, I care. I'm just saying. I don't mind bringing you guys on a journey of like trying things out with me. And look, it looks great, I think. Oh, fun fact about me, right? Okay, I'm gonna use my hands to express more stuff now because my face is not on it. This is fun. Oh, it's like I'm the magician or something. Like one of those I don't know, like unboxing YouTubers or magicians or other people that use their hands a lot. Yeah, fun fact about me. Okay, so I was born either, I don't know which one it is, either ambidextrous or it's cross-handed. So my dad told me that when I was a kid, I used to write with my left hand and right hand. So I was like, as a kid, I was ambidextrous. That's my only source of info. I don't have any recollection of that. And then afterwards, I was brought up writing with the right hand and like using cutlery and everything with my right hand. So I'm basically right-handed nowadays. But for some reason, whenever something involves like bigger hand movements, like conducting music, and now also sign language, I just feel way more comfortable using my left hand. So I think it works. I mean, now I find it really hard to decide whether that is true. Like sometimes I question myself, am I just making shit up? And I can't really tell because at this point I'm so comfortable signing with my left hand already because like I've been doing that for a year or two. But I wonder that myself. Am I just imagining things? But then I try with the other hand. It's just not the same. And then apparently there are people who are cross dominant, as in like they do different things with different hands. So maybe that's me, or maybe it's just me being, you know, born ambidextrous and raised right-handed. I think playing instruments helped me keep the dexterity in my left hand, which is an ironic thing to say because dexterity comes from right hand. Like the word comes from right. Dexter means right. But yeah, I think playing instruments helped me keep the dexterity of my left hand. So I still enjoy using it for different tasks. But yeah, so every time I sign with people, I'm like, okay, they're like, okay, you're left-handed. And then I write something, they're like, shit, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you using a right hand to write? Hello, Strawberry. Chest, how are you doing? Oh, another funny thing that reminded me of, I have a friend who's English, but like with Polish parents and family, and they're trying to improve their Polish with me ever since they realized I speak Polish. And then but they're also a bit shy, so like they actually don't talk to me much in Polish because, you know, when you're raised in a different language, you feel a bit shy about your mother tongue. So like all they do is every time they see me, they're like cześć, and it goes away. So I find that really cute actually. So yeah, I'm like, oh, we should do like a cultural language exchange where I can help them with the Polish language, because I've studied it like as an adult. I know the rules, I know how it works, like from a linguistic perspective, and then also they can teach me about the culture because they grew up with Polish family and with traditions, and they visit their relatives in Poland as well, which I have zero experience of because like I've never lived in the country. So yeah, fun little story for you. I'm gonna have to try to read this Thai again because channel has dared me to do it. Hold on. So I'm very slow again every time. Why is it so freaking hard to read? Why is Thai script so tiny? I need to like actually lean in. Me. Is it cry? Is it cry? It's all I see is pixels. No, that's all. That's the extent of it. That would be a lovely exchange. I know. I'm still waiting to do it. We've been talking about it for like ages, and we never actually started it. But yeah, I mean, they were away for the summer. Now they're back. Hopefully we'll do that soon. You know, if you're watching, you know who you are. Let's do it. And I find it really lovely as well. And I'm excited to like help people learn languages as always. I mean, technically they're not learning; they already speak it. But like, I've talked with heritage speakers of like different languages because one of my Cantonese students is a heritage Cantonese speaker, and it's always the same problem because they are fluent in anything like that's like home vocabulary, things that you would talk about when you speak to your parents, but anything beyond that they struggle. Whereas my Polish is I think it's pretty even because I've actually studied vocabulary. Like, oh my, speaking of which, guys, after this stream, go to watch Easy Polish's video with me in it, the one at the Polyglot Gathering, because they gave me so much screen time. I was like, oh my god, Justina, why am I on screen so much? I'm flattered so much. And then she's like, oh, because you give such good advice and good stories. That's why we decided to use more of your footage. So yeah, I'm in the Easy Polish video again, and then I talked about, and then she asked me, oh, what mistake would you not make if you were to start Polish today? I was like, well, when I started Polish, I downloaded I'm just signing right now. I downloaded a deck of Polish vocabulary for my Anki, and that was like a completely random deck of vocabulary. So I learned really useless words very early on. But the result is, back to my original story, now my Polish vocabulary is pretty even. Like, I know some advanced words. I'm not necessarily more comfortable with either beginner or advanced vocabulary. I'm like equally uncomfortable or comfortable either way. So yeah, that is the story. I was just reminded I need to open my stenography software. I haven't even done that yet. Let's see. I can type here. I'm gonna put something in the chat. Testing. There we go. That's how I do it. Oh yeah, you guys saw me doing it as well. That's the idea. Why am I surprised? Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I was just gonna try to do some of this. So if you guys don't know this website, it's got monkey type because the name comes from like monkey see, monkey type. Basically, I'm the monkey. I look at the words and I type it, and it's a very powerful website. If you guys don't know it, you should try it out. It's got so many settings. Like, oh my god, you can change everything. I'm using this theme. It's actually a shit theme, but I thought it looked cool. And then you can change many things. You can do like you choose different languages, like frequency lists of words. I chose a quote one. I chose a quote one because I think it's better to type like a full sentence rather than just words. But speaking of which, where's my tag? I need my tag. There we go. So no. Nope. Shit. In I don't know this one. It is physiology. Ah, no. And wait, an older person's response to changing conditions. I'm so bad right now. I haven't done it for a long time. That was done easily as a younger person may become more difficult or impossible, requiring help or changes in the task. Oh, this is horrible. Okay, well, hello Camille. Jak leci. Why is it add here? So what I usually do is, and then I look up how to type the words. Oh, you can't see this. Should I make sure you can? I want to show you this one. I do want to show you that. Let's see. I'm gonna put. Oh, I'm gonna. Discard. I'm gonna add another window capture. Let me try this. And then put this on top of it. What? No, shit. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I want window capture. That's the one. And then what? What am I doing? What am I? Wait, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'm doing the right thing. What? I'm very confused. Sorry, what? Add existing. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's more like it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. That's the one. Yeah. So there's a little dictionary window here. Let's see. So I need to look up how to write certain things, and it's really difficult because I have to like so I need to these are the shortcuts that I use to write them. So I didn't know this one. I was trying to break it down by writing injury. So you could oops. Apparently you can, but this is in. Can you? I can't tell if you can see the. Yeah, you can see the mouse. So this is injury. Okay. So I could have put injury. No. Injury. I could have done that. I could have done jir. Okay, so jir. That is one. I don't know why I use a r when I'm reading these things. Let's see what else. I need to. So some of my friends actually practice purely to train themselves. So they do like one quote and then the next one and the next one. But each time I'm like, I want to learn the words. I'm learning vocabulary. It's just like learning a language. So I look up how to write the words and then I practice it again and again. Like alter. What? Alter. So alter. Okay, I need to alter. So what this does is this is alt, and then you insert the R in the middle. Or alter. Compensate. Let's see how to do compensate. Yeah, I was right. Injury, physiology, bulge or physiology. Physiology. Okay. Let me try again. Let's see if I can nail it this time. From birth to old age, the body undergoes many changes. As we get older, these changes alter the ways that the body can compensate for the stress of illness or injury. it is prone to understand the bulge of normal aging in order to anticipate an older person's response to changing conditions. Activities that were done easily as a younger person may become more difficult or impossible, requiring shit, I forgot how to do additional. I forgot to do additional. Alga. Okay, let's do help or changes in the task. Nah, I'm not happy with this. I'm gonna do it again. Illness, normal aging, anticipate, spate. Okay, from birth to old age, the body undergoes many changes. As we get older, these changes alter the ways that the body can compensate for the stress of illness or jeer. It is important to understand the bulge of normal aging in order to spate an older person responds to changing conditions. Activities that were done easily as a younger person may become more difficult or impossible, requiring help or changes in the task. Not happy with it. I could do better. I could do like, I aim for like 130, I think. That's my goal every time I practice a sentence. I want 130. Why is there ads here? I thought I had ad block. What the hell? Why is it not working? Oh well. What else? Oh yeah, I keep telling myself as well. I need to. Well, I have a tendency to like pam 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 pam, and that's really slow. So instead of doing like pam, I need to do like smaller movements. I keep telling myself to do small movements so that I can do it quicker. Damn it. No, I'm messing up. I was doing well in the beginning. Not happy either. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna try and get 130. Oh, I would do it again. How do I... No, I'm not gonna do it. Wait. How do I start again? Okay. Yep. There we go. Good enough. 130. 130. Is there a key assigned to every letter, like a cluster of them? Okay. Time to do some like what do you call that? Popular science or something. Actually, I had a video about it. It's got like it took a long time to put that video together with a lot of editing, but I can do like a quick run through them for you. But after I finish my coffee, give me a second. All right, so what happens is I'm going to spread it out, so I'm not going to give you like the full lowdown in one go. So there is each key sort of has a value to it. So and I can show you through the finger spelling. I'm gonna make this bigger so that you can see it better. You can see this. I can use this to show you. So I'm gonna finger spell each of these ones for you to show you what they have. So this is S, also S, T, K, P, W, H, R. So that's basically the ones on the left. There's like 7 of them. And so sometimes you to make the other letters or sounds. Remember, we're spelling sounds. We're never spelling letters. We're spelling sounds. Okay, we're writing sounds. So in order to make the other sounds, for example, N, I could do like a full alphabet. So the vowels are down here, by the way. This is A, O, E, U. So these are vowels. So I'll do the full alphabet for you and show you where they are. So A, this one, no, PW, yeah. PW is B. Sometimes I forget what each one is like, because to me it's just like muscle memory now. And then KR is C, TK is D. See that? So this keyboard is designed in the way so that I can actually just easily push 2 keys together, because in most keyboards you can't do it. And then E is here, this one, E, and then TP is F. G is all 4 of these, so four keys at the same time. H, I is these 2. J is these 4. J, K, L is these 2. L, M, N, O, P, Q is KW, Q, R, S, T, U, V is SR, these 2. W, X is this one, these 2. X, Y is these 3. And then Z is like 5 of them together. Can you type in other scripts as well? You can, but it's like the system of how you type is unique to every language. So you can design your own systems. Right now I'm only learning the English one, because like learning the same thing in a different language would be like learning a new language altogether. Like my friend has been trying to design a Cantonese one, but then it sort of like went nowhere. So we aren't there yet, but like for the time being, we design ways to like add accents to them as well, but I don't remember how to do it. I haven't learned them. My friend designed it, and like but also because like the words are just user defined, like so you can add any words at any time. So if, like, for example, I can just easily put my name. I can put this is my favorite one. No, wait, what? There, that's the one. Hey, you know this one. That's a fun one. The funny place. Yeah. So I made it. I'll show you again. Just so easy to type. Okay, just I do LAN and then VIR. Bam. So I could just in theory I could add like other languages to it anytime I want, but at the same time it's not very practical because the system by design is suited for English. So it would make more sense to have if you want to completely type in a different script, like Thai, for example, it's better off like designing a different system. Okay, let's try this one. Combat for a naval aviator. No, I can't do this. Is fought in short. Violent. No, what? Violent bursts. I can't do these words. Our missions last but an hour or 2 before we are clear of danger. No, what did I do? And back on the carrier playing poker with our buddies. No, these what? We are spared the sustained misery of the infantryman. I hate these words. What the fuck are these? Slog through awful conditions and danger for months on end. I I know so few of these words. What the heck? Aviator. Aviate. So it's aviate or. Aviate or. I do need violence is a good word. Viant. Okay. Flavor buddies. What's buddy? Yeah, buddy. I was right. So buddies. No. But has to be separate. Sustain misery of the infantryman who slogged for the over. Okay, I'm gonna give that one more try. I'm not gonna get good at this. Strawberry it sounds complicated compared to the hand stenography. Do you know that way? Because I surprisingly I do have a very good Polish friend who knows like hand stenography, and he's done talks about it. And I'm like, oh, cool. But I do something similar but different. I think the concept is the same. The point of stenography, either kind of stenography, is to like write sounds so that it's quicker than writing letters. But it's I don't know. I don't know anything about the hand stenography, so I imagine it has something in common, but it's slightly different. Combat for a naval aviator. No, fuck aviator. Aviator is fought in short, violent bursts. Our missions last but an hour or two before we are clear of danger and back on the carrier playing poker with our buddies. We are spared the stained misery of the infantrymen who slog through awful conditions and danger for months on end. I hate this. I'm not going to do this again. But would you kindly ponder this question? What would your good do if evil didn't exist? And what would the earth look like if all the shadows disappeared? After all, shadows are cast by things and people. Here is the shadow of my sword. But shadows also come from trees and living beings. Do you want to strip the earth of all trees and living things just because of your fantasy of enjoying naked light? You're stupid. Oh my god, that's harsh. What is this from? The Master and Margarita. What is this? It's so nice. It's so savage. You are stupid. Yeah, I feel insulted by it. I want to do that again. I do enjoy this one. Okay. Would you kindly ponder this question? What would your good do if evil didn't exist? And what would the earth look like if all the shadows disappeared? After all, shadows are cast by things and people. Here is the shadow of my sword. But shadows also come from trees and living beings. Do you want to strip the earth of all trees and living things just because of your fantasy of enjoying naked light? You're stupid. That was good. I feel like I could do actually even better than that. I'm gonna not read it aloud and see how fast I can do it. $149, almost 150. I'm happy with this. This is a good quote. See, the thing is, when I'm actually writing the quote, right, I don't actually pay attention to what it's saying. So, and then afterwards I look at the quote and I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of meaningful, I guess. So yeah, let's try another one. Be patient. Patient? No, what? Be patient. What is patient? I should know patient. What? Patient. Okay. Patient. Be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart, and try to love the questions themselves, like locked rooms and like books that are now written in a very... Oh, that's my jam. Books written in foreign tongue. No, tongue. Do not now seek the answers which cannot be given you because you would not be able to what? Table? No. Table? No. I should know this one. Oh, just... It's BBLT. Okay. BBLT. There we go. BBLT. Live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually... No. Fuck. Gradual. Growl. Gradually. Gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answer. Yeah, so you might notice that I'm actually writing most words in one stroke because for most words they're like shortcuts. So like everything, for example, everything's just this. E, F, G, everything. Questions, just KWE, questions. And then I had this, I was looking at this. Gradually is GRAELD. So GRAELD. Growl. And I have to learn them one by one. That's why I say it's like learning a language, because there's so many. Each word. I mean, for most words, you don't use the shortcuts because they're not frequent enough to warrant learning it. But for usual words like gradually or written or foreign. Oh my god! It shows you my my mistakes. Yeah, the master and the market. What is the master and the margarita? I need to look it up. Hold on. Is that a book? Oh no. Oops. No, I didn't mean to do that. I mean to copy this. I actually learned so much about literature as well, like literature and pop culture, because these quotes, they're from like movies and stuff. Once in a while, you get rickrolled. It just literally gives you the "Never Gonna Give You Up." Is a novel by Soviet writer Mikhail Bulgakov. Oh, cool. Master y Margarita. Margarita. What is this? I have no idea. Supernatural elements and with satirical dark comedy and Christian philosophy. That's kind of cool. Might look into that later. I've been in a reading mood today. I finished a Polish book this morning. Also about deaf people. I'm deciding what book to read next. I'm thinking about it. I've got like a collection of books here. Oh no, you can't see. You're not looking at my bookshelf right now. But I've got a collection of books because I love buying books. But I haven't started any of them. So I need to pick one and actually start it soon. Anyway, so I'm going to try this again. Be patient to... No. Fuck. Be patient. Patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart, and try to love the questions themselves, like locked rooms and like books that are now written in a very foreign tongue. Do not now seek the answers which cannot be given you because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answer. Yeah, I could do better. I could do better. No, I'm not going to read it aloud this time. Let's see. Let's see which one's better. I don't know actually if it's better to read aloud or not. No, fuck it again. Nope. Why? Themselves. There's nothing there. I'm gonna freak out. That's 130. That is 130. Ah, no, I got a tip once. Actually, I gave myself that tip. I realized that if I took the time to think about how to do each word, like if I actually think more before I push the buttons, it's actually faster than push the wrong buttons and then have to redo it. So I'm gonna try to do that now. No, that was a mistake. It is true. It is true. Spend more time thinking about how to do it, instead of doing the wrong thing and then removing it. That is actually faster. That's 160, guys. This is great. I think my top speed on a QWERTY keyboard is 160. That is as far as I know, because but it's weird because that is on my laptop keyboard, with a shallower keyboard. On like a mechanical keyboard like this, like when I write normally, when I write the type normally with key by key, I'm actually pretty slow and inaccurate. So I can't really type very fast on this keyboard unless I use Steno. But on my laptop keyboard, I can do up to 1, I think, because I've been using my laptop keyboard for a very long time. That is why. Okay, I'm gonna do like a little bit more and then we'll go back to yapping. I hope this was somewhat entertaining or like impressive or something. I'm trying to... Oh, what I do? What I do? Oh no, I wanted to do that quote. That's a shame. Well, let's try. No bird, tell me. Mm. 110. Oh, a little bit. Is that a song? Do you guys know if that's a song or something? I can't tell what that is. 1:30. I feel like I could do better. I remember tell myself I gotta keep telling myself smaller movements and think before moving. So smaller movements. Try again. Ah! Ah, damn it. Delightful on you. I can't tell if they're old or new. I'm unhappy. I want to do better. I want to do better. I want to do better. Ah, let's do it. Let's do it. Small movements. Ah! Do it again. Do it again. I can do better. I can do better. Oh, come on. Let's do this. Ah, like not this again. Ah. Ah. So close. So close. Oh, dude, this is not cool. Not cool. I'm so close. I want to beat myself. I want to beat my time, and also I want to beat myself up over like messing it up. Okay, last time. Let's see if I can do. That's me. Like that's a fun of doing this. It's simultaneously very zen, and also it's very enraging. You get mad at yourself. It's an improvement. It's an improvement. Ah, it's an improvement. It's not much, but it's an improvement. Okay. I'll do one more and that's it. That's last one. Ah, suspicions. Tension. Fuck. Tension. That's a cute quote. Oh, it's Imitation Game. That's why it sounded familiar. Have you guys seen Imitation Game? The one where Benedict Cumberbatch plays Alan Turing. Alan Turing, absolute Manchester icon. Like he's an icon of our city. If you go to Gay Village, you're gonna see two statues. One is a bee because of it's Manchester. We love that bee, a giant bee, and next to Alan Turing. Oh, such a good film. I guess it's about. Yeah, I guess that's when he's like, oh, I'm gay, and then his wife's like, oh yeah, it's fine. We're not going to be a perfect couple, but we care for each other. That is actually really cute, but it wasn't what I was expecting when I was reading through the quote. I thought it was like an actual love story, like a romantic love, but no. This quote is about loving, like as in friendly love, despite the lack of romantic love, and it's also cute. It's also cute, but not in the way I was expecting. Okay, that's a good one to end on. But I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna try to get like 130 minimum, hopefully 140, because it's not very difficult. I just fucked up a lot. The soundtrack is great. I don't remember it. I want to rewatch it now. I watched it with my roommate back in the day, and when I was in university. I mean, I still am, but like when I was in undergrad. And when we say roommate in Hong Kong, by the way, when we say roommate in Hong Kong, we actually mean roommates, like same room. Not because like in the UK, when people say roommate, they generally mean like next room. Yeah, that's what it means, I think, in the UK English context. But in the Hong Kong context, roommate means same room. So I watched it with my roommate. We watched a lot of Benedict Cumberbatch movies together. It was very bromantic. No, I said a minimum 130. Let's try again. Okay, let's nail this. Let's nail this. I don't know. Just for the record, my final goal is like 210. That's what I'm working towards. I'm stuck at like 130. That really sucks. No, I did it again. No. Nah. Why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep making that? Okay. Think before I move and move small. Like we can do this. No. $161. Here we fucking go. Here we go. 160. I feel like sometimes you know what? I'm gonna talk while I put the camera back where it was. This is really difficult. I really want I want a different I really want my second camera, but I'm still saving up for it. So you know what? Again, wink wink. If you want to help me Oh wait, no. Oh, I need to go back to here. I need to do this, and then I will move my camera. Yeah, I was saying, what was the thing? Oh yeah, I want a second camera that will be both for streaming and then for like filming stuff. Because right now I'm just using a good old the webcam for this, and every time I want to like switch the camera angle, I have to like pause and then give it some time and whatever. So I'm not gonna give you pressure or anything, but you know, if you're open to it, would be lovely if you could help me out with that. That's it. What was it? I was talking, right? Yeah, okay. We're back. Yay. I'm gonna get better at this. Like the switching scenes thing on the streaming software it takes some getting used to, but I will get better at it. Like for the past month or so of streaming, I've mostly like switching between this and then just sharing screen. But now if I have to switch to the waiting screen while I change the camera angle, there's like 3 different scenes to switch between, and that gets some taking used to. Takes some getting used to. That takes some getting used to. Not gets. What did I say? I don't know what I said. I'm gonna see it afterwards. One more time syndrome. Literally. I'm like, it's all the time. I'm gonna get it next time. Like I keep telling myself that. I guess it's a little bit like gambling, but except I'm not paying for it, so it's okay. I'm just paying for it with my time. Like the next time I'm gonna get it. And then also, I actually didn't realize I could just start over by pressing escape when I mess up. So that's something I could do, because I think how the system works is if you are doing a quote for the first time and then you press escape, it takes you to the next quote, which I don't want. But if you're repeating a quote, you press escape, it starts the same quote again. So I could just use that for practice, which is, I keep saying it's like learning a language, literally. Congrats, thank you, Strawberry. I hope you're happy for me as well. I feel like my short-term goal is to get like a stable, steady 160. I think that's a good goal. Like sometimes when I burst, I get to like 180, but then most of the time I get stuck at like 120. If I don't know the words, I'm like 40 or something. But what was I saying? Yeah, I was gonna say, it's interesting when I actually manage to like focus and think about each word before I put it in, and also like not make giant movements. I actually enter some sort of flow state. I feel like it just flows. It's like the words come in and then it goes straight to my hands, even though I'm still thinking about how to write it. And it's a bit like speaking my target languages. Like sometimes it just flows. That's what you mean. That's what people mean when they say fluent, I guess. You go straight from meaning to words, and it's really exciting when that happens. Just now it happened, I think, a little bit. It happened a little bit where I could actually just go with it. Hello, Cpot. You missed most of it. I was doing stenography. I was trying to impress people, not very successfully, but I think Strawberry's happy for me, so I'm happy as well. I was talking about like the flow state, which happens in you know, it happens in language learning. Also happens when I'm writing in stenography. And like when I was in that state, I looked at because when you repeat a quote, right, there is a cursor that goes to show your previous best. So you're like competing against yourself. But then when I'm in the flow state, I just see the cursor go, and I'm like, oh, the cursor is so slow. I'm actually exceeding that cursor by so much. And I think you can see that when you look at the video as well. You can see like I'm going way past the cursor, but it doesn't feel fast. It feels slow. And I love that feeling so much. That's kind of why it's addictive. Oh, I missed this one. It's saying in Poland, a roommate is a person you're literally sharing a room with. Really? Okay, so you guys also do that. I guess like, you know, academic, right? Akademiki. Because yeah, I think when I was since I haven't lived in Poland at all. I've been a tourist, but like when I was in Lithuania, that was the case as well. Because I rented I s- a sublet room, so that there were two people who were living in like a dorm room. They shared a room, like roommates in the Hong Kong Poland sense. And then because it was summer, they were not there, so they sublet it to me. So I got to have both beds because it was just me. But yeah, I used to think it was like an East versus West thing, but then I think it's just depends on the country or the culture. I probably there is something like that in the UK as well, but I'm not sure. I bet there is something similar in this country. Hello, Nugget. You might have missed most of it. Well, you're very welcome to hang out. We can chat a little bit. Like I've done the main thing, but the actual main thing is just chatting. So how are you doing, Nugget? Long time no see. How is life? Yeah, I was talking about like student dorms. Oh yeah, if you're from the UK, have you seen any student dorms in this country where you literally share the room with someone? Because we were saying in Poland you do that, in Lithuania you do that, and then in Hong Kong everyone does that because like only rich assholes get their own room. Oh, actually no, there are some cases where just purely because of the architecture of the student dorm building, some rooms are single rooms because like there's a pillar in the way or something, and then usually it is like someone who's socially important in like the hierarchy of students with lots of quotation marks. Those get to have the single rooms, so that it does happen in Hong Kong. But normally everyone, if you go to a dorm, you share a room, unless or otherwise you stay with your parents. That's also what lots of us do as well. Most of us actually. Yeah, it's a long story. It's really hard to get a dorm room in Hong Kong universities. It's really competitive. The housing crisis affects everyone. Yeah, I remember when we were said basically because they assign dorms based on how far you live, and at some point it's basically like you have to live in mainland China in order to be far enough. It's insane, but yeah, it was like I don't know what I was talking about. You haven't seen ones where you share the room, but you share the main space and then have a separate bedroom, but the room is pretty small. That's from a unit. Yeah, that's my impression as well. Yeah, I have lived. Yeah, I have lived in student dorms in the UK. When I was doing masters, I had like a student accommodation. It was a really new one as well. It was really new, but it was the same format where we shared the kitchen and a sort of like a tiny bit of common space, common area. And then in my current house as well, it's kind of the same concept. We have our own rooms, and then there's like a shared living room and kitchen. But yeah, so it might also be like an East versus West thing in the sense that, you know, in the sense where Poland and Lithuania are East. I don't know. I haven't lived in other countries. I've only lived in Hong Kong, Sweden, and UK, plus like the 1 month short stays, I guess. So it's very interesting. I don't know why. I can't tell which one's better. I feel like, I mean, obviously it's nicer to have your own room, but also when you share the room, obviously it's cheaper for one, but you get to build a deeper bond, and then you get to make the "but they were roommates" joke. Yeah, I can only assume that the guy. Well, so Strawberry was saying you have those rooms in Poland, right? I assume it's a same-sex thing, right? Can I assume it's same-sex? Because in Hong Kong, it definitely is a same-sex only. You can't share the room with other people. Oh yeah, speaking of sex, obviously it gets really hard to, you know, do the thing with your partner when your roommate's around. So we have lots of inside jokes about like telling your roommate to head out for a bit, or like trying to time things right. Or your roommate has to go to someone else's room and sleep there for the night or something. And also it gets much harder to bring a friend over, just in general. For example, in Hong Kong dorms, it's really, they're generally, at least in my university, okay? I don't want to generalize, but in my university, they're really strict with people staying over. So like you need to sign up officially, you have to fill a form, it's limited to a certain number of days, they actually check you and all that. I don't know if you pay or you don't, I don't know. It's a whole thing. But obviously now, I mean, I live in a house, a shared house, but if I want someone over, just have them stay in my room, and we just need the consent of the housemates, because obviously we share the resources and spaces as well. That's a whole story. It's interesting to look at like different living conditions and arrangements. But yeah, Nugget, you've been super busy. Ah, okay. Well, are you working the art or what? It's exciting. I have some exciting and not so exciting things going on with my creative profession as well. I'm planning some sort of project. It's a long way, but may happen in the distant future, like in a year or something. But then I applied for a different thing. I can't like disclose details, obviously, because it's my privacy. But I just want to say I was on the where was I when that happened? Let's see, when did I receive that email? When I was bummed out because I applied for a thing that I was really excited for. Like I was like, that is it. I feel like that is what I want to do. And then, oh yeah, yesterday it was during the movie. Yeah, for those who were late, I was at a film premiere in London yesterday. So I took a full day and went to London and back in the same day. So it was during the movie that this really exciting scheme replied to me and said, no, sorry, it's not happening, you're not getting it. So at the time I was like completely like into the films, like in the story. I was excited. I also like take mental notes while I'm watching films. And then afterwards, after the film finished, I took out my phone to put down my mental notes, and I saw the email saying, no, we're not taking you. And it's such a bummer. I hate it so much. I should be used to it now, because as a composer in this country, you basically spend hours and hours every year writing lots of applications, lots of like statements, and trying to convince people to take you, like write your story and so on. So I get numb to it. But like there are certain projects that I'm really excited for, and I'm like, yeah, that's for me. It's a perfect opportunity. So I tell them why it's a perfect opportunity, and then they say no, and that hurts way more than the general one. I was a unisex, usually have a mixture of all genders. One I knew was 4 girl. Oh, unisex as in mixture. Okay, that's so confusing, because unisex, it could mean like one sex, but now unisex means all sexes. Wait, does uni mean all or one? Am I tripping? What does uni mean? Uni means one. Yeah, uni means one. So when you say unisex clothes, because it's one t-shirt for everyone. It's so confusing. Unisex dorms, you could say one dorm for everyone, but my immediate interpretation was one sex. That's very confusing. Anyway, mixtures of all genders, and you knew it was 4 girls, 1 guy, and 1 girl, 4 guys. Oh. Is that what you meant? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same in my house. I'm the only guy here, but we get along very well, because I don't know. I generally get along with girls better. It's just a me thing. I'll tell you at some point. I'm gonna make a video about it. Distance and family income are also main factors for you to get a place. Yeah, it's interesting because in most countries, right, but most countries are big. Hot take of the day, most countries are big, and then people go around to different cities, and they like, so they get a place. I mean, in general, at least in the UK, right, if you go to study somewhere, it's usually far from where your parents live, so you have to get a place anyway. I mean, I have friends who have parents. I have like at least 2 friends whose parents live in Manchester, but they get a student place in Manchester anyway, just because it's like the student experience. Do I talk too quickly? I don't know if am I speaking too quickly. Oh, when I'm filming videos, right, I always feel like I'm talking way too quickly. But then when I edit the footage, it sounds like normal pace. So I can't tell. Maybe it feels different when I'm reading a script. Anyway, so people get a student place anyway. It's a norm. But then in Hong Kong, because we're all in the same city, you can live quite far, like from one end of the Hong Kong to another end of the Hong Kong. From one end of Hong Kong to the other end, it's like you could easily take an hour and a half or even more. But still, it is the same city, and you could totally just live with your parents. And most people do that because the dorms are very limited. You're preparing for a workshop course where you work with a... Is it Lowry or Lowry? I never know. I actually never heard the name said. The only context where I've heard the name, it's a theatre in Salford. The only context where I've heard the name was in my sign language class. So not heard it, but like we signed it. So I don't know how to pronounce that thing. To give theatre workshop to young people, which is super fun. I'll give you a little hint there. The project that I probably am going to be working on at some point in the future is a theatre thing. It is not in Manchester, somewhere else. It's connected to my linguistic adventures, let's just say that. And I'm very excited for it. I don't know how it's going to turn out. It's in the early stages of the planning, but it's theatre. So I need to learn more about theatre as well. Not that I don't know anything about it, but I do want to learn more and more about it. For everyone's one, unisex, one thing for everyone. As if everyone is one gender. I guess that is a way of looking at it. As if everyone is one gender. Wouldn't it be cool if we could all be the same gender? Like, gender is so made up. That's a whole different topic. Well, just FYI, Cantonese is genderless, so you all European languages, you're all like so weird to me. Why do you need to gender people? Grammatically, anyway. So they are assigned being based of gendered, but if you, for example, get the same type of room with your partner or a friend of the opposite gender, they should allow. Oh, okay. So you have the option if you volunteer to share it with a different gender. I see. Well, in Hong Kong, it's way stricter. So in each dorm, usually it's always, so you have floors of just one gender. So usually, from my experience, it's a higher floors that are female dorms, and then lower floors that are male dorms. That's when the dorm is like, how do you say? Some people say co-ed, but it sounds wrong when it's not in a school context. But unisex in your parlance. And then there are dorms that are entirely one gender. So, for example, in my college, because my university had colleges like Oxbridge, I think my college has like seven-ish different dorms, and like 2 or 3 of them are unisex, but we also have like separate floors. It's so funny. I when I gesture when I'm talking English, I also tend to gesture more visually now, like trying to make the thing that I'm talking about, because since I learned sign language. Manchester is an amazing place to learn about theatre. There are so many places of all forms of theatre. I'd be down to talk to you more about it too. That's why I'm studying at uni. Yes, definitely. Dude, definitely do that. I want to learn about theatre. It's so fascinating. I grew up with in a culture where the performing arts are pretty marginalized. Like people learn musical instruments and like dance for their hobbies, like as a well, usually not even hobbies. Usually they start out as a way to get an edge over other people, so to be better, and then eventually it becomes like a hobby. But when it comes to like theater, it's pretty niche. Yeah, like people treat that as like artsy thing, unless it happens to be some subject matter that is really mainstream. But still, I don't think theater really is mainstream in Hong Kong. But then I moved here, like in London, for example, music theater is freaking huge. I pass by all sorts of theater posters. Like the tube is filled with music theater, and then obviously there's like lots of theater shows as well. So I'm trying to get more in touch with that side of the arts because for as much as I love music, I also love music in tandem with other things. I want to see what people do. Yeah, and also I mean in my university, the music and drama departments are the same building. We're like it's kind of the same building but completely separate. It's insane, right? When I first started studying in Manchester, I was always confused by the building because it turns out that the drama department has like 3 floors, the music department has 2 floors, and they're like this. They're like this. So, but then the lift is in the drama department, so I have to get the lift to the first floor to go here, like first floor to go here, and then I have to get the lift to the 3rd floor to go here. So I was very confused for a very long time, but yeah. But lots of drama people just next to us, and then we run into each other in the lobby of the building, but we never really talk because the music circle is tight enough already. Wait, what's that Polish word for like sealed? Hold on. Is it no? Hermetyczny. Would you use that in that context? Polish people. Hermetyczny. Bardzo dokładnie zamknięty, nie przepuszczający powietrza. Odporny na wpływy z zewnątrz. Zrozumiałe dla małego grona ludzi. Yeah, I would say yeah. It's funny because it's such a in English that would be like hermetic, I imagine. Is it her? Yeah, so hermetic. Yeah, I remember when I learned that word. Hermetic means airtight. Nobody ever uses the word in English, and especially nobody uses it colloquially. But then Polish people just say hermetyczny all the time, and it's so funny. It sounds like a really technical. Is it like I imagine it's like Greek or something? It's such a technical word, but then it's used in colloquial context. So like we have an airtight circle, I guess. Hermetyczny. It is from Greek. No, Latin? Is it Latin? No, Greek. Okay, it's from Greek. Anyway, where was I? Your favorite kinds of theatre are experimental, such as deconstructed theatre. Oh, where all aspects are on stage. Like the tech people and the set changes all happen in front. Hey, that's like a concert. It's because because I had a friend who did like lots of concert stage management, and then they had like shirts that say like stage management or staff or something. That is cool. You know what? My favorite kind of arts in general, like no matter the genre, right? My favorite kind of arts are the kinds that blow my mind. So like contemporary art, contemporary music. If I understand it, I'm bored. That's just me, okay? So like whenever something is beyond my comprehension and then I have to strain my brain to figure out what the heck is going on, I love it. I love the experience. That's my favorite kind of art experience. So I imagine deconstructed theatre is along those lines. Yeah, I would have gone to Tate Modern as well in London, but didn't have time. It's so far from everything else that I go to. Actually, I spent a whole day in London yesterday without taking the tube. Well, not the whole day, just a few hours, and 2.5 of those hours were in the cinema. But anyway, the floors and the whole buildings are mostly unisex. Okay, so like ours then, maybe what is WAT? VAT. What is that? What is that? And some private ones are still separated into buildings or floors. Oh wait, unisex. Okay, sorry. I got the wrong meaning again. Unisex as in shared. Oh, I'm so confused. Okay, so the floors and buildings are like all genders. Okay, all genders. So unlike us, but then some ones are still separating them. I don't know. I mean, back then it felt obvious that was the case because that was how I was brought up to think, I guess. And then now to now it's just what is the point? Like, what are you trying to prevent there? Like, they are. It's a bunch of 18-year-olds. They are going to want to do things. So you're just stopping the inevitable. For me, the more unique, the better. Yes, the more unique, the better. I love more unique stuff. Wojskowa Akademia Techniczna. Oh, okay, thank you. Dziękuję bardzo. Wojskowa Akademia Techniczna w Warszawie. So what does it do? Do you learn like military things? Publiczna cywilno-wojskowa uczelnia techniczna z siedzibą w Warszawie. Well, what do you study? Studia wojskowe. Let me just read some Wikipedia because I feel like it. Take this away. Oh, oh my god, my cat. I forgot it. That's so funny. Oops. And voila, normal again. Okay, so interesting. So the flipping is scene dependent. So I change the scene and it reset. What's the thing? Let's see. Budownictwo, architecture, I guess. Chemia, elektronika, telekomunikacja, technology. Oh, so is it like general science, STEM things, but studia wojskowe? So like STEM things, but applied in a military context. Studia cywilne stopnia. Biogospodarka, informatyka. Interesting. Optoelektronika. Studia cywilne drugiego stopnia. What are... So like they have got everything. That's... Okay. So it's not just military things. Recently watched a theatre piece called Blueberry Burdock, which was in the... Again, how do you pronounce the place? Lowry? For one night only. It's completely metaphorical with no dialogue, and it's all up to you to choose its meaning. Oh my god! I would love that. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I might enjoy that. I might have enjoyed that, past tense. Yeah, but I guess that's also, even within music, it's a problem with me because back then when I was an undergrad, right, the community was so tight, like especially within the undergrad community, and also everyone was hanging out in the same building all the time. So people would just put up posters and like, oh, there's a concert coming up, everyone go, and then like we'd go with all the friends. But now that I'm here in Manchester, I mean, I have a circle, I have a community, but it's not as tight. We don't talk to each other all the time, and they don't put posters of like Bridgewater Hall concerts in the department. So if I want to go somewhere, either I have to look it up myself, or someone needs to tell me about the show. But generally the postgrads are quite isolated from the undergrad, so it's like a very different feeling. I just keep missing everything. Like, dude, I keep telling myself I need to go to more concerts because it's the last year I can ever get those £3 student tickets, but I keep forgetting every single week, and then I've wasted too much time. Lowry, okay, good, Lowry. And same, and not same, but like even more so for like theatre stuff, like other kinds of shows. And like people telling me, oh, did you go to that one last weekend? It was so cool. And I'm like, what the heck is that? I've never heard of it. And I feel bad because I feel like I would have loved it. But anyway, I think I will have to move on to other things for the rest of my day now. But it has been really nice hanging out with you on this like spontaneous stream. I'm glad that it kind of works, because I was worried I'd be talking to myself for 2 hours because I didn't schedule it in advance. But what was I saying? Yeah, but yeah, glad you guys showed up, especially some regulars that I haven't seen for a while, like Strawberry and Nugget. Why is everyone food? Why are you all food? What is it with my community? But yeah, next time, I mean, I don't know if I'm still gonna be spontaneous, but you know, in general, it's it's gonna be a weekend thing. It's not gonna be a weekdays because I have lots of things to do in weekdays. I go to uni. I go to lots of sign language things. Hopefully, I'll be fluent soon enough. Nuggets, keep in touch. Like, get in touch with me to like meet up and talk about art and shit. Yeah, and other people, chat.